And so you can't reject anything that comes your way. The universe is trying to speak to you and give you what you need, but you're rejecting it because you think you know what you deserve and what you need, which has all been conditioned and programmed by our culture creators, such as Walt Disney, Monsanto, and everyone else. So the answer to our problem is actually invisible, and it is called synchronicity, but it's an answer that no one can show you. No one can show you. And so now we're asking humanity to have faith in humanity when the Dark Brotherhood is making it so impossible to do so. Because we think all of this is our fault. Because we think all of this is our fault. Because we think all of this is our fault. So we need to find that faith in humanity, because listen to all these people that have come out here, every single one of them, a loving, caring, nurturing being that just wants to uplift humanity. Well, that's the majority. Well, that's the majority. Well, that's the majority. The television's telling you the total opposite. Fear those people in a van. Fear, don't go outside. You don't want to be meeting around with people. And that's exactly what you should be doing. And that's exactly what you should be doing. And that's exactly what you should be doing. And that's exactly what you should be. And the synchronicities will start to unfold, and then you'll actually believe in miracles. Anything that comes your way, go with it and do it to your fullest. That's my message to the world, because it'll guide you to your soul's purpose. And if you let your light shine, to your fullest when something comes your way, then it'll magnify and become even more than you ever anticipated. And the best thing is that everything's better than you could have ever dreamed it. Everything's better than you could have ever dreamed it. Everything's better than you could have ever. And I know that's a hard message to sell when the BP oil spill, with the volcanoes, with the corruption, with everything that's going down, the police state, all of it. It's hard to tell people to regain their faith in humanity, to forgive the anger that you have for these people that have trespassed on you, and to just start seeking the new existence. But we have to. That's what we have to do. We're the voice now. We're the voice now. We're the voice now.
And we are the voice now, ladies and gentlemen. The voice of love, the voice of kindness, the voice of higher consciousness. That's what it all comes down to, is elevating the consciousness to a point to where this New World Order just cannot survive, because they write up documents, they write up pieces of paper saying that they own everything, and the higher consciousness says, wait a minute, no you don't. We're not going along with that. And those are very, very inspiring words by our good friend Freeman. FreemanTV.com is the website. And just talk about synchronicity. He happened to IM me right before the show, and Michael is nowhere to be found, and he agreed to come on last minute. So you know what I found out? When this stuff happens, it all happens for a reason. And I'm sure this is going to be an amazing broadcast, even if it's only an hour long or however long Freeman has. But Freeman, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, you're very welcome, Chris. I love your show.
Thank you, thank you. I mean, that's praise from Caesar right there, really. Let me ask you this. There's been a lot of synchronicity going on in your life, some things going on with Australia. Do you want to tell the listeners a little bit about that?
Oh, Lordy. Yeah, the whole tale of when synchronicity doesn't work in your favor. It's funny because we want to believe that we can create the future, but yet when things step in the way, and you've got to react to it. This, I thought, was a critical lesson. When synchronicities go against what you believe should happen. So here I am. Everything's just laid out perfect. We have essentially a free trip to Australia to go and work with Max Igan, hopefully meet up with Nassim Harriman, and do a film with Ben Stewart. Whole plan, everything all looking great. We're scheduled, we're packed, we're ready to go, and everything goes wrong.
Oh no! But there's got to be a reason for that, though.
Well, that was the way we decided to take it. Now I'll tell you, as the person at the counter was just shaking his head with his eyebrows raised, telling me, "Nope, you're not going to make your flight." I, with tears nearly in my eyes, had to recognize that very fact that there is a reason for things not to work out, and that it's all in our reaction to what occurs to us where life will generate towards the future.
That is
so I could have gotten
true.
totally angry. I could have yelled at these people, been completely irate, told them how much they were messing up my life and all of that. But do I really know that? Was there a purpose beyond my understanding that was leading me to not get on that airplane? And it seemed that there was. I mean, as we started to head, we decided to call this "The Road is Open, but the Bridge is Closed." Because that's really what happened, is as we're heading to the airport, the road that was closed out of town here where I live was open. But when we got down to the entrance to the highway, it was closed. So there was step A. We had to turn around, go back, find a new entrance to the highway. We get to the airport. We go to the wrong terminal, misread the ticket, misread the terminals, got left there, had to then, and the dominoes that fell from all of this, then had to make our way to the other terminal to wait in line behind a guy who has probably at least 9 pieces of luggage. And they're begging us to come and do the self-checker, come and do it, sign up and go in. And so we can't even get to the self-check-in. We know we're running out of time. We've had all these mistakes already, but we're there. We're ready. And so finally, Mr. 9 Pieces of Luggage gets up to the counter, and they're like, well, you can't bring all this luggage. He's all excited. He's going to India to share all this stuff with friends and people there, but he isn't going. And he doesn't know this yet.
Oh, man.
So we wait for him to get through that line. They tell him to go over to the special line, and we're like, okay, so now we're up there. We made it to the self-checker. We've gone through the whole computer system, the new technocracy, which, oh my God. I mean, when are we gonna believe that computers do better than humans? I don't know how many of you enjoy talking to computers on the phone, pushing 1, pushing 3, pushing 8, right? Always wishing that you were just actually talking to a person. But we're willing to open our doors to this new technocratic state, saying that the Venus Project, Zeitgeist, can save the world, right?
Right.
Zeitgeist, once you get to the end of the movement, once you get to the Zeitgeist Movement Handbook, you will see that they clearly state that humans are incapable of catering to one another, that we do not have the moral conviction to live on planet Earth in harmony together. That's what the Zeitgeist Movement says.
Give me a break.
Therefore, we must submit to a computer domination to tell us between right and wrong. So I don't know if all of you have made it to the end of the Zeitgeist yet, but this is their message, that we cannot control one another, so therefore we should be under technological control.
Well, isn't that the same plan that they've been using for thousands of years? The whole control factor, we got to keep the humans under control. We got to keep them from knowing this knowledge. We have to keep them from becoming higher beings. We're going to have to, dumb them down, dumb them down, dumb them down. Isn't that the exact same thing that they're proposing in Zeitgeist?
It is. It is. You would be nothing but a cog in a wheel. You look at the Venus Project, Jacques Fresco's works. Where are the people? Show me the people in that picture. For them, it's all about the system. And what is the system gaining us? I don't know how many of you are flying around the world or getting to travel even interstates or anywhere around. We're all trapped in this cog and wheel system that we don't get any reprieve from. As what was it? I can't think of his name, but he's Job just over broke, right? Mm-hmm. We don't get to live, but yet we serve a system that we yet don't understand. So we're busy building, robotic, stealth-flying falcons to come and control all life with a computer-dominated system, and we're building large hadron colliders or relativistic heavy ionic colliders, and we're putting up, dark matter detectors in space. We're putting robots in the International Space Station. We're all doing that, you and I, by buying at Walmart, by having a job, by doing all the things that the system tells us we must do. And we're building our own cage in that very way.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. We're actually going to Egypt with Chris Everard, and I hope that you're going to join us in October. And I'm not looking forward to those body scans whatsoever.
Me either.
Right.
What do we
Jesus.
do? What do we do in that case? Can we just say no? We could say
you don't
no.
Want to take your flight.
Exactly.
You can opt to have them use that wand on you, but even that's pretty degrading when you consider, you're not supposed to be a dog. You're not supposed to be an animal. You're supposed to be treated like a human